David is one of the important characters that we can look at during Advent, someone who points to Christ. And the key thing that I'd like to pull out from David during Advent is that God has a plan and God keeps his promises. There are lots of things in the life of David that point to Jesus. And in the New Testament, Matthew, in his gospel, called Jesus the Son of David. It was said that the Messiah would come from the line of David and he would sit on the throne of David. So David very much points to Jesus. And Jesus kind of confirmed this on the cross when he was in pain and agony, when he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" This wasn't so much a cry of despair, but a confirmation that Jesus, through his suffering, was fulfilling God's plan. He was showing that he was the fulfillment of the prophecy by quoting the words of David from Psalm 22, when David said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" This was all part of God's plan. God made a promise to David that we can see in 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 to 13. It says, "When your days are over and you rest with your ancestors, I will raise up your offspring to succeed you, your own flesh and blood, and I will establish his kingdom. He is the one who will build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever." And this happened. Jesus came from the line of David, and his throne will last forever. God kept his promise. You see, God has a plan and God keeps his promises. Sometimes it seems like the world is in complete chaos, and coming off the back of 2 years of COVID, then with the war in Ukraine and the cost of living crisis that's leading to a recession, we might be thinking, where is God in all this? But Jesus was part of God's plan, and Jesus coming to earth was God keeping his promise. So let's remember that today, as we reflected on Jesus, the Son of David, the Saviour from the line of David, the King, not just of Israel, but of the whole world, let's remember that God has a plan and God keeps his promises. It's my prayer that you will meet with God in a new and fresh way this Advent.